of these in order so they don't roll around here. Okay. I think that'll do it. Hi, guys. Trying to get everything in frame here that is in the bundle tonight. That's going to be hard to do. Oops, man down. If you did not see the nails earlier, now you guys asked for this. Y'all asked me to do a sugaring class tonight. I should have put some double-sided sticky tape on there to hold those down. It was more than I could hold on my own. Welcome, YouTubers. We're live on Facebook and we're live on YouTube tonight. It's been a challenge the last few weeks because since Facebook changed their Meta, M-E-T-A, for those of you that have Facebook business, you know what I'm talking about. It took our ability away to post our video over to YouTube, and many of you were going back over there and watching it. So I'm running 2 cameras. Is the only way I could figure out how to make it work tonight. So if you're watching live on YouTube, welcome. I am not sure that I can see you, but if you're watching live on Facebook, thanks for being here. Look at these, how pretty. Let me just lift a couple at a time because it's not 7 yet, and I can't start this video until 7, honey. Look at this sugaring, how beautiful. Lord. So we have the green set. The red one was my favorite. I did some sugaring around the berries. The berries I used some of my real Swarovskis for. Look, I've been sitting on those. I've been holding them. But I figured tonight the occasion was worth it. And then last but not least, now these are just examples. Whether I'll get to all of these tonight, I don't know. Let me give the Facebook viewers a little look-see here, and then I'll move back in frame for the YouTube. And these are all hand painted, but if you don't hand paint, we have some really pretty snowflake plates in stock right now. And those snowflake plates would be gorgeous to just stamp your snowflake and paint over it. Oh, honey, she's pretty. We are incredibly busy. We have less than, I believe, 24 Advent boxes remaining. 24, and the weekend's not here yet. So, yeah, that one's most likely going to be gone. But we appreciate so much everybody that has patronized our, our Advent box, our 13 Days of Halloween. That was a huge hit as well. So we just can't thank y'all enough. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, in tonight's bundle, I gave 25% off of this bundle tonight. It's already marked down. So yeah, the discount's already taken. Keith, will you tell me how much that is with the discount? It's $163 worth of product. First of all, you're going to get $40 off. I'm sorry?
123 is the price.
123.
$40.
It's $123. Um, you're going to get a 9mm brush because that's Miss Tracy's favorite. Look, I use this brush all the time, and it doesn't hurt to, if you have it, it doesn't hurt to have another, right? You're going to get that. You're going to get, I went into the hospitality room where stores all of our glitters, and I pulled out 4 holiday micro glitters that you can sugar with. You're going to get the green, this really pretty white holographic iridescent, the red, and the silver holographic. That comes with tonight's bundle. Then you're going to get 6 giant fusion powders, and I've put in silver, I've put in green, red, gold. Now the silver and the gold are shimmery. Let me show you, not glittery, but shimmery. See there? Ooh! So 2 shimmers, and then we put in black and white because you always need black and white. I use a lot of clear as well, but I didn't put a clear in here. I figure if you need a clear, you can pick up a clear. We have clear on the website. So it's normally $163 for all that, because these are 18 bucks a piece for $123 tonight. They won't be on sale like that even through Black Friday. So if you want to do some gorgeous sugaring, and trust me, y'all, this is so easy. I'm going to show you how, okay? How to make it easy. Also, that's what comes in the bundle, but over on the website, in case you don't know this, let me show you. By the way, I'm Tracy for our new watchers. I own the Mobile Manicurist and the International Nail Art Academy. So our website is www.themobilemanicurist.com. And all of the product I'm using is there. We have a whole collection of sugar. You see how the word sugar comes after every one of these? This is pink vanilla sugar. And the reason this is called sugar is it's perfect for sugaring. You can't sugar with a chunky glitter. You got to have a fine cut little micro glitter. We have mint sugar, lemon sugar. Child, it's making me hungry. Wild blueberry sugar, vanilla sugar. Now, vanilla sugar has a pink and a blue halo to it. But then coconut sugar has like a little rose gold and a lavender halo to her. So coconut sugar, blue raspberry sugar. I love this for iciness. Rose sugar and cinnamon sugar. Cinnamon sugar is gold. So if you just need some sugars, go over there and check this out because these are really, really pretty. Okay, let's get into it, boo. Now, hopefully, with running 2 cameras, I cannot see in the face of either camera. So if you need to ask a question, Keith will repeat the question for me. Let me just double check. This is pretty much central in both of my videos. All right, YouTube, we're over this way just a little bit for you guys. I'll get this whole situation worked out here before too much longer. So, in addition to that, tonight I'm going to be using some chrome powders. Let me show you what I'm using. This is not in the kit, but I thought you might like to see what I had pulled out here. These are in our store as well. I'm going to be using Red Hots, which is red. Okay, After While Crocodile, which is this gorgeous Christmas green, basically. So Red Hot is there. Then I'm using Blueberry Crisp. It's what's in the background of this right here. I'm using Gold Nugget. Right there. And then I'm going to use Crystal Ball This crystal ball is an extreme holographic chrome. So let's start with that one so I can show you how I did the plaid. This is so easy, y'all. Trust me, you can do this. I know you can, honey. Okay? All right, let me move some stuff out of my way here. I'm just going to put all of these powders to my right. And I love the way these smell. I use these little ladies as my spoon inside of these. And this one that comes with the kit is called Steal the Game. She's silver. She's got that beautiful shimmer to her. So we're going to get her ready. In the meantime, we're going to take a black nail tip and let's put on some No Buff press-on nail primer. And that will just help our product stick really, really good. How's your week been, honey? Child, I've been so busy today, I passed myself and wave. I'm like, hey, boo, what you doing? Y'all know I'm telling the truth now. Look, I started to snap a photograph today. All of our staff was here. My son-in-law, you know, he's the fixer. He likes to put things together. And our new stations arrived today for our classroom. They were not supposed to be here until November. And guess what? They showed up today and we still have all of the other classroom furniture. So we're in a little bit of a pickle because our new classroom is not ready just yet. But anyway, he had to put one of those together just to make sure it met my approval. And it did, of course. So yeah, he got to build something today and he was happy. Let's take our palette and we're going to do white. We're going to put down some white gel liner. Now what this does versus gel polish, y'all have heard me say this before, the gel liner will stay into place, you guys. The gel polish tends to move a little bit. And what we're after is this pretty line work here, and we don't want our gel polish to expand on us, okay? So now we're going to make this go chrome, and in order to make it go chrome, really chrome, if we put chrome powder over this sticky base coat right now, it's going to look muddy, and it won't have that mirror finish. We're going to put one little thin coat of outshine.
Karen says, can the powders be used as acrylic on a nail?
Yes, they can, Karen. They are acrylic powders. But a little bit about gaudy acrylic is it is milled very fine. It's ground. It has the texture of like almost like a cornstarch. It is so, so fine. So that's why they're also good for sugaring. You can't sugar with anybody's acrylic. I've tried it before. You gotta have that acrylic that's ground down really, really tiny. Okay, we gotta watch this timer. 30 seconds is all she goes in there. 30 seconds. Any longer and it won't hold our chrome. Any shorter and it won't go chrome. This is crystal ball, honey. Look, she don't look pretty right now, does she? And y'all have seen the way I like to put my chrome on. Let's see if I've got, I do. So this is, I dig in my stamp graveyard. This is my holographic chrome applicator, but she needs some more on here. This is how I apply my chrome. When my stampers can no longer stamp, you know, the top falls out or whatever, I just keep my stampers full up with chrome and then I'm ready to go.
Sarah says, girlfriend, I got my big screen on today. My kiddos let me have the TV.
Yay! I'm so glad.
Airplane, you boo.
Okay, so do you guys see? I didn't have even a little drop of that dropped on the table. Chromes are expensive and they'll last you a long, long time if you'll put them on this way. All right, you ready? You ready, boo? honey. Oh, child. Look here. Doesn't that have a pretty hollow to it? Let me zoom in a little bit for our YouTube people.
Where do they find it on YouTube?
It's on my channel. If you're trying to find it on YouTube, just go search Tracy Vincent and it's there. Now look, y'all, I got enough chrome on here. I could chrome probably at least 3 more nails before I have to put more stuff on there. All right, here's a little secret. Some of y'all, well, a lot of y'all have messaged me at one point or another. And you said, Miss Tracy, we love chrome, but we cannot get the top coat to stick to it. You cannot, because this nail is so slippery right now. Look, it's like silk. Nothing's gonna stick to it. And I'm rubbing the chrome off, showing y'all that. Let me put it back on, honey. So what we like to do is seal up our chrome with clear rubber base. This is a very sticky, super adhesion base coat. If you got nails that won't hold product, you need you some base coat, rubber base, honey. This on our website too. And you just put a super thin little layer. This is almost like a, what would you call it? Protective barrier. And when this cures, it has a super tacky layer, and then your top coat will stick to that tacky layer. But, you know, on a human, be sure you get like their little side areas here. Their free edge. Try to get those areas that you know maybe they type, or maybe they're a cook, whatever. And now let's give that some body heat and just let that level out. And cure. Now sugaring does not get a top coat on it. Don't you put a top coat on here and say, oh, Miss Tracy taught me how to do that. Honey, Miss Tracy beat you with a wet noodle if you put a top coat on here. No, 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 no. It's sugared for a reason. And these acrylic powders are cut even finer than what the micro glitters are. Like, these are truly powder. Here's the micro glitter. There's the powder. But now you can sugar with either one. You can sugar with your powders or with your glitters. All right, now let's put a top coat on here. We're going to use our Wet Look Ladybug Luster. This top coat stays wet looking for up to 4 weeks. It is our #1 selling product. I talked to my manufacturer last week. I said, girl, I'm about to sell out a top coat. She said, Miss Tracy, already? I said, yes, they love it. She said, Lord, let me get some more of that ordered for you. I said, please do. Okay, so now we cure that. This top coat cures between 30 and 60 seconds. It's going to depend on your lamp. If you're using a little itty bitty lamp, you got to cure it just a bit longer. I'm using a giant heavy duty lamp. Ooh, almost had an accident. All right, let's grab a 15mm brush. Oh wait, let's grab a 20mm brush for this, for the striping. She looks like that. Make sure I don't have anything in that brush. Are there any questions? Y'all are so quiet. Nobody grabbing the sugaring special? Okay, here we go, GGO. I'm going to slide this over so it can stay in frame. And just with my white gel paint, you could use silver if you want to, but you guys are not going to be able to see silver on camera. Okay, so here we go. Let's go down this side. If you have a hard time making a straight line, this 20mm brush is for you, because when you lay it down flat, I'm painting with the belly of the brush, which is right there. It makes it a whole lot easier to get a straight line. And I'm going to make a couple of passes here just so I can get this wide enough. I want this one just a little bit wider. And make sure you fill all of that in. Okay. Let's straighten her up a little bit right there. I feel weird. I'm not looking through a camera lens tonight. I think it's the first time since I've been live in 3 years I'm not looking through a camera lens because my cameras are way above. Okay, there's the one stripe. Let's do a tinier one right beside of her, and to do a tinier one, I just have to let up on the pressure of my brush. Oh, that looks so good. Let's do another one on this side of her. All right, now let's go horizontal. Lay that brush down. Surprisingly, line work is hard to paint if you don't have the right tools. And now we're just going to fill this in. Take your time because gel paint does not have the same viscosity as gel polish. So the pull is longer on it, which means you have to slow your stroke down. This does require a little bit of skill. So slow that stroke down. And then if you get someplace like that, just fill that in for me. Okay. And now we're going to do a little narrow one. Yeah, I think it's pretty framed out with the wide one and then a narrow one. And shall we make one more? Maybe one over here? I don't want a huge one. Maybe right here. Oh, honey, look at those lines. Now, these nails, y'all have heard me say, I hate the way that's got that big bump right there because on a natural nail, that would lay down flat. So if you're practicing on these, you just get your line back as far as you can without going over Niagara Falls back there. You know, honey. Okay, here comes the magic. Let's get our sugar. My spoon. I do like to stir that up. Y'all see how, look at that. Ooh. And then we pour. We pour that into the wet paint. We're just going to let this sit on here just a minute and absorb. This is like when you set your foundation, ladies. Usually your foundation's a little bit oily or, you know, hydrating. So if you go set your foundation with some face powder, 9 times out of 10, you put your powder on and you just kind of let it sit for just a few seconds before you dust it off. Inspect it to make sure everything that was white has silver on it. If that powder starts to turn shiny, you need more powder. So all you do is you add a little bit more. Now, if you're doing this on a human, don't work over your jar. Okay, that looks good. Listen to me carefully. This has to cure double the length of whatever your gel paint that you've used. If that gel paint's a 30-second cure, so I'm going to have to cure this for 60 seconds because anytime you put a dry substance into a wet substance, it gets a double cure. So let's pop that in the lamp. Here we go, GGO. Ooh-wee, honey. And the color of this one is still in the game. Number 101. This comes in the bundle tonight.
They are individually too.
They are available individually as well. We have them in the bundle and by themselves. But child, you save so much money in the bundle. What you want to buy it by itself for? Okay, let's do... Which one shall we do next? Y'all tell me which one to do next. We got all these here waiting on us. I don't know that we'll get to all of them. So what's your favorite?
They're being quiet today.
I know y'all are so quiet. You're so quiet, honey.
Your dad's watching.
Hello. Green, blue, winter scene, gold, berries.
Kat says green one.
I'm going to slide those out of the way.
Karen says the snow scene.
And so this one's done. Let's put it over a little paper towel here. You need a fluffy brush.
You got all of them. They want all of them.
You want all of them? Y'all won't get tired of watching me that long. Look here.
They've said every one of them.
Look how beautiful that is. Let me give our YouTubers a little peek here. I think they can see just fine where I'm at.
Several said winter scene.
Isn't that beautiful? And this is so soft and velvety. Now listen, the gel paint that I'm using is our white gel liner in the store. It does not have a tacky layer to it, so it's perfect for putting your sugar in. If you're going to use a gel polish that's got a tacky layer, when you cure it, your sugar will be sticky. Don't do that. Make sure you've got one that's non-tacky. Okay? Okay, let's go with the blue one then. How about we tackle this pear right here? Would y'all like to see that?
A lot of people want the winter white one.
The winter white, this one? Okay, we'll tackle that one first then. So I pulled out, this has a blue gel polish under that blue chrome, and it is called Sapphire Dreams, number 90. This is in our store. And it's this really pretty blue metallic. It's a blue pearl. And that's actually what I pretty much painted the scenery with. So we'll put a little tiny touch of that on here. And let's go ahead and get one on the solid nail so that we can do the chrome with it. You really don't even have to chrome over this. It's such a pretty blue pearl. And look how it covered in one coat. Isn't that pretty? So we'll pop that one in the lamp. And I have some white ones ready to go. Aren't y'all proud of me? Look, I got these ready already, honey. This is a coat of sheer white or soft white, and then I just put a matte top coat on top of it. We're going to take 00 brush right there. Let me get me a little paper towel here. This is so easy. It looks hard, but it is not. It is so easy. You want a little bit of acetone, pure acetone. And we're going to take our white nail, and we kind of have to decide, let me slide these over, where the horizon line is going to be. So we're going to take some acetone and water this, thin this gel polish down. So maybe about right here. Does that look okay? So above that is where the scene, the trees go. So turn this around, a little bit more acetone, because that acetone is going to evaporate. And we're just going to concentrate our color real heavy right here. Wipe out your brush. And now just plain acetone. And we just wash this out. We just kind of let it go wherever it wants to go. If it fades out to nothing, Just put you a little bit more gel polish in there. You want it to be lighter up here than you do down here.
So guess what's in the bundle again?
What's in the bundle? You get 6 acrylic powders. You get 4 micro glitters and a 9mm brush. And these are giant sugaring acrylic powders. You can also use those for dip or regular acrylic. See there? Now we're going to make 2 little. It's always helpful to look at the sample. We've got a little mound here and a little mound here. So let's do one here. This is where that little kind of bush is going to sit. And then we got one right here where that little bush is going to sit. And I kind of like to wash those out just a touch too, just underneath. About like that. And let me just level this out just a bit. Just go right on across there. Now we're going to cure it. And that's really thin, watery gel polish, probably 20 seconds, and that will be sufficient. We're going to take a little black gel paint for our black trees. We only need a little. And we need our 9mm brush. Now this is the brush you get in your kit tonight. I call it the 8-haired brush because she's so tiny. All right, now here we go with our trees. I tend to paint my trees upside down just because I don't like to pull away from me. But if you're working on a human, you probably have to work that way. So let me do it how I would work on a human. Let's get our tree trunks in here first. We want probably at least 3 tree trunks. Bring that all the way down to the little horizon line there. And they can be different widths, different lengths. It really does not matter. And if you've drank lots of coffee, that's even better. Because your tree trunks will be a little bit shaky, honey. If you have shaky hands, that's a good thing for trees.
They're asking if you could zoom in a little bit.
Zoom in a little.
On the Facebook one, I know.
How's that?
Yeah, that's good.
Better? Okay, so that's kind of where we want our trees. Now we're just going to add on to the little branches. We're going to put some notches. Thank you for the order, whoever just grabbed that bundle. You're going to love it. You know what? This would be so pretty on press-on nails.
They're thanking you. They can see it better.
You wackaboo.
Sarah said another package I gotta hide from the hubby.
Lord, Sarah. Look, I did this big spa party one time, and the hostess paid for everybody. And when she wrote me her check, it was still back in the day when we did that. She gave me the check and wrote to the mobile manicurist, but in her checkbook, she stubbed it to Sam's Club. I said, girl, you're so bad. I said, what if your husband, she said, he won't think nothing about it because we got a big family to feed. I said, okay. All right, there's our trees.
Somebody asked if they missed what you said about the white paint not being non-tacky.
Yes, it has to be a tack-free gel paint if you're going to sugar over top of it.
That was your white liner that you used earlier.
Yes, it was. I'm just using the outdated bottles. These are our old bottles. We've updated, we put it in a prettier bottle. Still the same formula though. Okay, that's going in the cooker. Do I have enough? I should have enough white on there. And now we need some matte top coat. This one, I actually sugared this with the white acrylic powder, but this would be really pretty sugared with the with this white micro glitters. Or I could mix it. I could put a little bit of this with the acrylic powder. So now we're going to seal this up because we don't want any sugar to stick to this shiny background. Make sure we got it all. And she just cures for about 30 seconds. And I actually think I'm going to mix that powder. Okay, so in tonight's bundle, you get a white acrylic powder. Look how, look. Oh, honey. And I'm going to take a little, what do I want? I'm going to take my glitter buddy because I don't need much. These little glitter buddy trays are perfect for this because they have a spout on it, and I can keep what I mix. I'll put it out in a little jar. I'm going to put 1 spoon. Girl, you think I'd be cooking in the kitchen mixing all this stuff like this. I'm going to put 1 level spoon of acrylic powder. And 1 level spoon of glitter sugar. Mix it up.
Look at you concocting that.
Keith said, look at me cooking something. I'm going to tell him to be quiet now. I don't have time to sling, and I can sling some nails, but I don't have time to sling nothing in the kitchen. I taught Christmas camp last week in South Carolina, and the lady that owns the school was telling me about how she got up before 6 a.m., had her chicken soup done. She had cooked her soup, cooked her rice. I said, yeah, all I cook this morning is coffee, honey. That was it. All right. So now, we're going to set that aside because we need it here in a second. We're going to go into 9mm brush, the one that you're going to get. Make sure that black paint is out of it. And we're going to make our little bushes. Let's make our bushes. And how we do that is boing, 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 and boing.
Nancy said that mix that you made's what's for dinner tomorrow.
Yes. Keith.
She said, tell Keith that.
See there how easy that was? So now what we're going to do is we're going to expand on that, and we're going to pull in another layer to kind of get this sort of little round bush look. And on these ones, we want to go through and do some little crosshatch motion here.
Mara said Keith nail cooking is the only thing she can't burn.
Ain't that the truth, honey? There's advantages to that. He said I'm the only woman he knows that can burn a fruit salad. Okay, we're going to sugar that before we go to the top. So now we scoop up our little mix here. Just put that right over top. Again, leave it, leave it, leave it. Let that gel paint soak that in. Oh my goodness. And we're going to cure that just for a few seconds, just so I don't touch it. And we're going to need another brush for the top. We're going to use 00 and 9mm. Let's go in this gel paint with 00 and real heavy at the top of here. Let's lay in this paint. And now we're just going to tap it out and disperse it. make it a little scraggly. Sugar. Look, it doesn't take much. Okay, in the lamp we go. 60 seconds. Now, if you want texture, like I have on mine, you see how some of mine is taller than the other, like puffy. I went back over this snow area on the top and poked in a few more little gel polish or gel paint, and then I re-sugared that to give it like a relief area. And just a few seconds left on that one.
Rebecca Minter says you could do this with Halloween trees if you did the trees.
You can. Look at that glitter, how it's shimmering in there. All right, let's put a little bit more gel paint right up in this area, because I do want to pop up some of it a little bit higher. All right, and the last sugar. And cure it one more time. And that one's done. Now, I know y'all can make that. That is very easy to make. I know you can do it. Let's chrome this blue nail. Oh, honey. I always get excited. It's pretty like it is, but it's prettier with the chrome. Right? Let's put some outshine down. And 30 seconds in the microwave. No, in the LED lamp. Now, sometimes, depending on whatever matte top coat you've used, if your soft brush is not getting that residue off there, get your stiffer brush out for me. I think this one's prettier than the first one. I like the sugar better on this one because it's glistening. And you can see hand painted, no two turn out alike, but that's all right. They don't have to.
Sandra says, I feel like a sponge soaking up all this knowledge.
Well, we hope you soak it up and get you a kit to boot. Because if you guys like this sugaring kit, you guys, what I will do is seasonally, I'll put you another sugaring kit together that has different colors in it, so you can start building up your collection, and you don't have to buy it all at one time. Now, you just go pass out cold in the floor when I open this, honey. I know you are.
And the smell's not really bad either.
Oh, it doesn't have really a smell because there's no monomer being used. Okay, I'm going back into my stamp graveyard. See how bad she looks? This is an old one, but guess what I have on the bottom one? Because I use this color a lot. Just take a little bit on my glove and put it right back on there.
Cass says, what's the best way to keep it white when it starts to discolor?
Well, a primary reason it discolors is because you're using a gel that has a sticky layer in it. Okay, so first of all, you're going to start by not using a tacky gel, right? And then, let's get this nail chromed here. You should be wearing gloves when you wash dishes. If you have just recently gotten your hair colored, it is not the time to wear a sugared nail. So try to find out a little bit, you know, about the situation as far as, you know, the client's lifestyle or your lifestyle. I've worn sugared nails up to 5 weeks before, and they did not discolor. Now we're going to top coat that. Is that chrome not beautiful? This is Blueberry Crisp in our store, www.themobilemanicurist.com.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome, love. Oh, honey. Now, I did not seal that with rubber base for time's sake here. Y'all know to do that, right? So that's how I did that one. Let's see. You know what? Let's come back to this one because I've done snowflakes for y'all at one point or another. I would love to show you. Let's see if we can knock these two out because it's 7:41 already. Does that sound all right with y'all? The green one and the red one?
Oh, I want both of them.
Oh, you want both of those? Okay.
It's the red one with the berries.
Yes.
Yeah, that's one.
So when I am chroming colors, like I just did, now typically the silver holographic chrome, in order for this to go holographic, it has to go over black or it will not go hollow for you. But when I'm doing vivid colors like this, because these chromes are so bright you can't really see through them, I choose a matching polish to my chrome I'm going to use. And let me scale one of these down because y'all are always asking me, Miss Trace, how I get that on a shorter nail. Let me show you, boo. So we'll put the green one on a shorter nail. It does not have to be an exact match of the chrome either. Just get a green gel polish under it, okay? There we go. 30 seconds. The green chrome I'm using is called After Wild Crocodile. I always tap down my chromes, my acrylic powders. You can see I don't have a lot of chrome in the threads of my jar, and that's why. When it gets lots of chrome in there, it's a pain to clean up and your lid don't want to stay on. Isn't that beautiful? Very rich green. And I have her on a stamper too, honey. You can see I've stamped a lot with her, so let's load her back up here. I'm using such a tiny amount of chrome, it's not even funny, that my chromes last me forever. And then you can see because I didn't dip a brush in it, I don't have all of that stuff in the threads of my jar. Don't throw your stampers away. All right, little bit of outshine to make her go chrome. $30 seconds in the lamp. And I'm also gonna need no, I'll do that in white. I'll do that in white. I was gonna say gold gel paint, but I'll do it in white so you can see it. We can't rush chrome. Okay, you ready? And then you massage the chrome in with the stamper as well, because here's where I just applied it, but here's where I put the friction on it. Can you see the difference? Look, there's no fallout, no anything. Give it a little dust. We're going to pretend that we've rubber based it. Let's put a top coat on it. This gets a shiny top coat because our powders kind of make the design look a little matte or satiny, so they look really good against a shiny background. And into the lamp we go. Now we're going to need for this one, let me put the top on my white one because I don't want to spill anything. With tonight's bundle, you get the most gorgeous gold powder ever. And this one is Going for the Gold, number 103. I also have a matching gel polish to this. And a matching toe polish. Isn't that pretty? Let's get us a clean spoon.
I want you to move down just a little bit.
Okay, give me just a second. I'm so close in, you guys. It's hard to fit everything in here. So I can zoom it in for you to see, but I'm not going to be able to fit all of this in here and get to my brushes too. So.
That's good.
All right, I'm going to use a petal brush right here. And she looks like this. Let me make sure I don't have anything in that brush. I don't think I do. No. All right, white gel paint. Thanks for watching live, YouTubers. It's been a while since we've been on YouTube. All right, here we go, boo. We're going to do press really hard and then let up on the pressure. A petal brush typically will make a petal without you having to do too awfully much work. But we're going to put in some ghost scroll work is what I call it. Press really hard again and let up on the pressure. Now let's turn this around. Press and let up on the pressure. Now you can see how that's taken on almost the same look as what's on here. This one's just tinier.
Can't see it. You have to slide over a little bit more.
Slide over which way? I'm in frame.
Toward your daubing thing that you're daubing.
If I slide that way, then I'm out of YouTube. I'm in frame on both. All right, let's do one more here. Oh, where are we going to put this one? Here. Press, 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 press. And now let's sugar that much with the gold powder. And just let it sit on there just a second. Just a minute. Thank you, Paula. It's impossible to stay in frame every second, especially when my cameras are up higher than I am. Okay, that looks good to me. I'm just eyeballing to make sure because my white was a little thicker in some places. I'm going to sugar that one more time because it's really absorbing that powder. And in the lamp we go. Make sure you don't undercure that. That's going to have to go for 60 seconds or it will not cure. It's the same way I did the candy cane stripes here. I gold chromed this nail, painted them on in white gel polish, and sugared it with that right there. Isn't that pretty? It's a very elegant candy cane stripes. One thing I would probably change on this is where the nucleus of the candy cane stripes here are. I would probably put some crystals on there. Just right in there. Really, really pretty. So we've used silver, we've used gold. Let's see, let's put down a little bit of a gold gel liner. This one's going to get double sugared. I'm going to sugar a little bit of glitter on this one, but I'm going to use the silver, I think. All right, here we go, boo. Isn't that pretty? It's very shimmery and sparkly. Now, in between, I'm going to take some gold gel paint, and I'm just going to leave this like it is. And I'm just going to do a little bit of detail work in between. I followed the design that I already have on here. Keep it in real tight. Oh yeah, that's pretty. Now I'm not going over the sugaring, I'm just going right up next to it. And let's stretch this one out pretty long and make her curl that way. Ooh, she's lovely. We'll stop right there and cure that much because I want that to stay gold. And now we're going to use that same gold gel paint we just used, and what we put in this time, I'm going to sugar with the silver holographic. Or I could use the clear one. I think I'll use the silver one because I think metals are pretty together. Different kinds of metals. Any questions so far?
Sandra said that gold is gorgeous.
Isn't it pretty? It looks good on red. It looks good on blue. It's very majestic. All right, now we're going to go with the gold again. And this time, before we cure this little round of gold, we're going to sugar this one silver. So I'm just putting in a few because I don't want a lot of silver. Just kind of like a little highlight of silver. And honey, just when you think you can't fit another one, you go fit one in somewhere. Right there. Spoon. Spoon. Not to worry, it's not going to stick to something that already has powder or that's already cured. It's only going to stick to what's wet. So in we go. Honey, you cannot have too many sugaring. Ooh, that's nice and sparkly. My carpet's going to be all sparkly in my office here. Give that just a second. We don't want to dust it off too soon or else we end up moving the gel paint that's possibly underneath there. While that is curing, let's go ahead and put some branches on this one because I'm going to show you how to do that one and we'll stop right there. Okay, so I already have black gel paint. Don't need any more gel paint. I use what I have. And branches are easy because I already showed you when I painted the tree trunks earlier. You have to be very light with your brush and real kind of shaky and ragged. And keep in mind when you're putting this on that snow gathers in the joints of your branches. And let's go up this way just a little with one. And then let's come the opposite direction. Let's bring one this way. and this way, and then down right here. Oh, honey, there's some scary tree branches. Make that one kind of cross over this way. Yes, and let's cure. Now, Green with Envy is done here. Let me dust her off in the trash can. Oh, Laws has musky. I'm going to come in real close for Facebook, and then I'll come in real close for YouTube. Look at that. Let me adjust the lighting a little bit here for you, Facebook. Is that not beautiful? Oh, that's gorgeous. Where's the other one? So here we have two side by side. This is really regal looking. Look, wouldn't this be pretty on purple? Purple and gold, purple and silver, purple and black. Yes, thank you for the order. I'm so glad y'all are grabbing these. Look, this elevates your nail art. It's very elegant. Okay, boo. Let's set that one aside. Now, everything else that's put on here is done on top of the nail. So we've got to seal this up in some matte top coat. And real quick, I'm going to be using some metal beads tonight. We just restocked these. I forget the name of them, but we have them in graphite, bright silver, rose gold, bright gold, and they're not caviar beads like a plastic caviar bead or a glass caviar bead. They are 100% metal, honey. Pure. And that's what I've used in between my little berries there. So let me get me some stones.
Cassis, can you put the gold gel over the sugar?
Can you put what?
Can you put the gold gel over the sugar?
Gold gel. Which gold gel, love? The gold liner gel? You don't want to put anything over your sugar. That's why it's called sugar. It looks very amateur, and it looks really like you're inexperienced if you try and put something over top of your sugar.
Honestly, you're going to go full sparkles.
All right. Now, these are some little crystals that my friend Julia, I don't know if she's watching, Julia Paul, she gave me all kinds of vintage crystals, and these were in there, and it's just a mix of like gold and red. And this little glitter buddy tray is perfect for sorting my crystals. And these are genuine Swarovskis. So I just kind of spread that out so I can get to my red ones here. Now this is all cured, all sealed up under a matte top coat. Let me just move some things out of the way, and let's get a crystal picker. You can pick your friends and you can pick your crystals, but you can't pick your friends' crystals, honey. Now. And I'm going to also be using the Gotti LED Super Glue to put my crystals on with. I'm just going to put a little on my palette. And berries typically hang in pods of 3 or more. I did put a couple singles just because they stray, honey. So let's get our singles on first. Maybe right here we'll put a single, and maybe right there we'll put a single. So let's grab these little babies for our single. And where's another little one? Right here. This is not too bad. And at the same time I put that on, if there's any glue out from around it, that's what I use to attach my bead into. So I'm kind of working out of both of these at one time. So now I grab my little caviar bead and I snug that up right next to it, just like that. And now I'm going to flashy cure that just for a sec. And then I want to do a little pod right down here. So I'm just going to add a few little drops. Oh, about like that. Bring the crystals back in. I don't want too large. There's one. You know, if you have blue crystals, you could do blueberries. You could do whatever, gold berries. You don't have to do red ones, but you have to admit, this red and black is striking together. It's pretty, honey. Now, so this doesn't look like a Mickey Mouse head. Kind of arrange those as such and pop you a couple little beads in where that excess glue is at. Oh yes. And flashy cure. Now I want an itty bitty red one, and I'm probably not going to have it because when I was making my samples earlier today, I was struggling finding, oh, there's one, there's one. I want a tiny little red one for right there. And a little gold one right beside it. These metal bullion beads are a little bit heavy, especially the larger ones, but I'm going to do some, from here on out, I'm not doing anything except Christmas nails, and I've worked out a tutorial, really pretty Christmas tree that I've put these beads on, like the ornaments. There. Oh, there's a little one. Amazing how they all run together in size. You can't see for looking, honey. I find it ironic too how they all like to turn over on their little faces. Come here, we need a little one. Oh, there's a couple. Oh, I dropped her. Blast. She was probably the last tiny one. Oh, there she is. I kind of like that just right there. Now let's do just a few little gold ones here. And there's some itty bitty teeny ones down here. There's probably 5 or 6 different sizes in these gold beads, metallic beads. And I think I want one sandwiched right down in the middle. Oh yeah, look how pretty. Now let's get a full cure in the big lamp on that. And then we're going to sugar it. And this one I have to sugar with this. And I'm out of white gel paint, so let's put some more. And let's clean out our brush because she's got black in here. All right, here we go, boo. Wherever, think if the snow hit in this direction, where would it gather? Where would it be on the tree branch? Definitely right in here. Right there. Definitely on top of that berry. Right in here. And you want kind of have an ebb and a flow. You don't want it to be thick in all areas. You want it to be real skinny in some areas and then thicker in other areas. And definitely on top of these little beads here. So let's just lay that right in there. And maybe a little bit right in here. Now let's go down here. Let me turn this one this way. A little bit of snow right in there. And on top of the berry. Boing. And probably I'm going to say, let's put some on this berry. And a little bit right here. Okay. Now that Gaudy LED super glue I put this on with is tack free, so you don't have to worry about your sugar sticking in the tackiness of the glue. Okay, in the lamp we go. And that's how we sugar, guys. Questions?
You're kind of quiet today.
Thank you, YouTubers, for hanging out with me tonight. We will have a different adjustment of your camera before another week. We appreciate y'all joining us because we know we haven't been over to YouTube in a while because of the new way that we can't download our video from Facebook now. So anyway, we will have that worked out before Sunday especially. And here we go. Now this one's a little bit stiffer. If you need to go into, and I'm going to need to probably go into my stiff little mini brush here.
Sarah said that was her favorite one.
This was your favorite one?
Sandra says the best class ever.
Aw, I'm so glad. Now you see, no two have turned, they're not the same because they're handmade, you guys. All right, if we want the same, then we want a decal. And then you're not going to stick it in the same place every time. So y'all, people need to stop with, oh, she can't do two of those alike. Those don't match. They shouldn't match. They're handmade. But you look when you, I just think that's exquisite. I would wear these two together. Red on all of my nails, but on one of the designer nails, I would have this, and on the other hand, for the designer nail, I would have that. Look at all these nails, honey. Any questions? Then I can't even hold them all because we've got these.
Rebecca says standing ovation for this class.
Oh, thank you, Rebecca.
And Lee says thanks for another great class.
You're welcome. You guys, we got 3 seats open to the New Year's Eve nail art retreat. Give me just a sec here. Hold on. I gotta show you something. I'll take my gloves off now. My hands are dried out from acetone, but let me show you what the New Year's Eve nail art retreat is going to be learning. These are alcohol inks. Y'all know I love me some alcohol now. Ink, that is. I'm not a pastel person, but I did that for the ones that like pastel. My favorite ones, look, I have to keep all this organized for my training, are these ones. These look like the ocean on steroids. And this will be taught in the New Year's Eve nail art retreat. Isn't that beautiful? I did one yesterday I've never done before. I have not, y'all know red my favorite color, honey. And I have not done red ones until I sat down and put my mind to it yesterday. And this is what I came up with for the red.
They gorgeous.
Keith loves the red ones. Look at the fire in there. The photos don't do them justice. Not by a long shot. So we have a full day at training that's dedicated to alcohol ink. Because these are difficult. They're not something you can put on in 5 minutes. But they're beautiful. Once you get the technique down, you can pretty much fly through it. So listen, thank y'all for being here tonight. I will see you Sunday. Sunday night is the Christmas debut. Part 1 of all of our Christmas products will be released Sunday. And we can't wait to show you what we have for that. And I have some pretty unique artwork planned for Sunday night as well. So I'll see you then. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. In YouTube.